What is up, YouTube? It is Joker777, and this is going to be a very special kind of video because, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a fan of wrestling. I love, watching wrestling. Sometimes I'll even rent a pay-per-view or two. I grew up watching wrestling in the 90s, back when it was WCW and what was then the WWF in the Attitude Era. By far, one of the best eras in all of wrestling, in my personal opinion, and I witnessed it. It was great seeing the two franchises go back to back with each other until the WWE basically bought out their competition. And I'm gonna be honest, WWE has kind of gone downhill since then, very much downhill. And part of it is because that they don't recognize the talent when they see it. It's not more about this because they have enough of this, the money. They have more than enough money to continue this franchise for decades. The problem is the upper level management. They don't know what to do with superstars. Great superstars, mind you. Superstars like today, like Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, CM Punk. All these great mid-card guys have such great talent, but yet you want to keep people, like Batista and Orton and Cena at the top. I'm not knocking Orton in any means by regard. I like Orton. I don't like what they're doing with him. I don't like the storyline they have him in. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the fact that this past week, probably my favorite wrestler in the WWE right now, CM Punk, actually announced that he quit the WWE, which was a big shock. Now, for those of you that know CM Punk, you know what kind of guy he is. He's outspoken, he sticks to his guns, he drops pipe bombs everywhere, he basically exposes the WWE for what it is. He challenges the WWE to basically stop being this predominant monster and stop being, this corporate sellout of a company who doesn't cater to the fans, because in all reality, it doesn't cater to the fans. Look at this whole past year. Daniel Bryan has been the white-hot guy. Everybody's, chanting yes, doing their hands like this. They're screaming for Daniel Bryan. They want Daniel Bryan as the champion, and the WWE refuses to give it to him. Why? Because the McMahons and all their holy wisdom and Triple H think that Daniel Bryan is not worthy of being a top-shelf guy. Put it this way, the WWE is the one company that can have direct feedback from its fans at any given time. Look at the Royal Rumble, and as much of a controversy as that is, the people were screaming for Daniel Bryan. They wanted him to be in the Rumble, but instead the WWE basically gave, the middle finger, a giant middle finger to the fans, and said, screw you, we know what's quote-unquote best for business, because we're the McMahons, and we're right and you're wrong. And when you look at, CM Punk, who, when he, a year and a half ago, he was the guy. He was the WWE champion. He was on top. He was the big dog. But he might as well have not been. Why? Because even though he was WWE champion, he never headlined anything. Guess who was headlining? John Cena, as if we didn't get him shoved down our throats enough. Now, it's not that John Cena, it's not like people don't like John Cena the guy, because John Cena's a great guy. He's done multiple charity work, he's granted more wishes than the Make-A-Wish Foundation, he's an amazing man. He's one of the most, he's one of the most respected men outside of the ring. People don't like the character of John Cena. Why? Because he's invincible, and he gets shoved down our throats every single week, and he buries everybody that he comes in contact with. Yeah, sure, he loses matches here and there, but ultimately, he's there to bury people. He's the WWE corporate guy, and a lot of people don't like him anymore. It used to be when he was the little guy, people said, okay, maybe we'll give him a chance, but now he's been shoved down our throats too much. And Punk was really, he wasn't the corporate kind of guy. He was like the mid-carder who basically became big. But he never headlined anything when he had the WWE title. So the WWE title, which is supposed to be the most coveted prize, meant absolutely nothing when Punk had it. Now, I'm not saying that Punk did the right thing. I mean, quitting out of nowhere, that's very unprofessional. But just put yourself in Punk's shoes. For a year and a half, you're the WWE champion. You're not treated with that respect. And then, after you drop the championship to The Rock at the beginning of this last year, in January of last year, yes, it was January of last year, sorry, I was recalling. They basically kept him at the mid-card, put him on all these stupid storylines. The Paul Heyman one didn't really go anywhere. That one was getting old and dull. Now they had him basically in a plot line where he was going against the Authority. And he was basically going to have a match with Kane, some said, and apparently at Mania it was going to be him versus Triple H, and Triple H was going to beat him. Why? Because Triple H wants to feel like a wrestler, but guess what, Triple H? You can't wrestle because you're too old. No one wants to see you anymore. You did your job back in the 90s. You made the Attitude Era what it was with the Generation X, but you're old now. You can't keep doing this. And here's the thing, he's COO of the company. What more does he want? Like, can't Punk just have something? Like, at least if you're gonna go to Mania with Punk, at least let Punk win. Punk's an active wrestler. So, put yourself in your shoes. You were the champion, you were the top dog, and now you're just scrap. You're basically middle card scrap is all you are. And that actually does kind of, like, if you look at it from his point of view, he was probably sickened by that. The fact that he's losing to Triple H at Mania, and the McMahons and all their power and wisdom, you know, it's something because they only cater to the people who basically kiss their butts. You know, Daniel Bryan, the reason why he's not the champion is because he works hard at what he does. He's devoted, he's talented, but he doesn't kiss the McMahon's rear ends every single day like some of the superstars in the business. And in all honesty, you'll probably never see Daniel Bryan as WWE champion. Just gonna say it. As much as I want to see it, as much as you want to see it, probably never happen. You want to know why? Because he doesn't kiss their butts. The only way Daniel Bryan is ever going to be champion, and maybe champion for a month, is if he gets down on his knees, pulls down either Mr. McMahon's or Stephanie McMahon's or Triple H's pants, and just French kisses their butts right there in his face. And like the hole, not even the cheek, just the hole. Put his tongue right in the hole. And then maybe he'll be champion for, you know, a month, basically. But the WWE is always going to have their idea of who the top guy is. And you know, they're not listening to what the fans are saying. Like, hello, can you be more stupid? Like, honestly, like, they're telling you what they want. They voted Daniel Bryan Superstar of the Year, and because you're not listening to the fan, because you're not paying attention to who the talent is, they're leaving, like CM Punk. There's a reason why he's got the moniker best in the world, because no one works as hard as he does. No one is as talented as he is. Other than, you know, a few guys here and there, like Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, Wade Barrett, a whole slew of other guys that they're not doing anything with. Damian Sandow had fire for a while. He's good. He's talented. Will they ever give him a shot? No, because he's not a top guy. He doesn't sell merch. But John Cena will sure as heck sell some merch, won't he? He'll sell about 1,000 of those stupid freaking neon color shirts, and he'll run down to the ring with his hat and his freaking armbands and everything else. But like I said, the WWE has really gone downhill. They're not focused on pleasing the fans anymore. The Royal Rumble was that much of the Royal Rumble was a slap in the face of the fans. It basically said, you know what, you're not getting what you want, accept it, this is our product, we're going to do with it what we want. And a lot of people are ticked off at the Rumble. Why? Because they wanted to see Daniel Bryan in it, at least in it. And who do they have in there? El Torito, Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash hasn't had a decent match in decades. Dude's old as sin. And then another one, JBL, he's out because he's injured. See, here's the thing that takes me off. Like Triple H and Kevin Nash, of all people, these guys are old. They can't wrestle anymore. Look at Batista. He barely made it through the Rumble. And he's 45. Like, why is he getting to come back? Like, why does he get to win everything? Because you know he's going to win the title at Mania. Like, let's say Daniel Bryan goes in the Elimination Chamber, wins the title. Guess what? He drops it to Batista at Mania. I'm willing to bet 98% sure that's what's going to happen. And it just bothers me. They have this great talent, but then they bring in Batista. I'm not saying Batista's bad. I'm just saying he shouldn't be where he is right now. He was way too gassed at the Rumble. He needs to get, like, I understand he's got a big physical upper body, but he needs to, like, do some cardio, he needs to supply metrics, he's got to build up his endurance first. He's got to get back into the company and fill things out first before they can just throw him into a big title picture. But the McMahons are going to do what they're going to do. Why? Because Batista's one of their buddies, and they're going to get him in. But Triple H wants to continue to be a wrestler, but he's old. Like, you can't just go in and beat CM Punk. And CM Punk has done this multiple times. He's taken the job for people. Why? Because he's a great wrestler and he knows how to make people look good in that ring. For example, he made Curtis Axel look great in that ring. Like, Curtis Axel is already talented to begin with. I'll give Curtis Axel the benefit of the doubt. And he works well with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's another great manager. And that's why Brock is getting so much pushes, because he has Paul Heyman as manager, and Brock's a talented guy. Somewhat. I mean, he sucked in UFC, but, you know, what are you going to do there? That's the thing. Like, WWE does not cater to their talent, and then when they do this, their talent leaves. Punk's gone. Like, he's gone. And if he goes to Ring of Honor, like, are you kidding me? The Ring of Honor just got AJ Styles, and if they get CM Punk, you're talking about this is a contender, basically. And let's check this out. Say that Daniel Bryan actually leaves because he realized he's not being treated with respect too. What happens if he goes to Ring of Honor? The WWE is going to have to, you know, pay attention to that, because if Ring of Honor is getting all these top talented guys, stupid storylines aren't going to help the WWE anymore. Drama's not going to help the WWE anymore. Ring of Honor is going to step up because all the talent goes there. People are going to go where the talent goes. And a lot of people are getting ticked off. People were booing Cena and Orton. Why? We've seen the same Cena versus Orton match 50 times. We don't care to see it anymore. We don't want the same people who are at the top to be at the top anymore. We're getting tired of them. But the WWE just will flat out refuse to listen. There we go. Rant over. I had to get that out. I'm sad to see Punk go. I wish he could stay, but here's the thing: Punk doesn't owe us anything. You know, there's so many people that are ripping him right now, saying he deserves to give us a match at WrestleMania. No, he doesn't. He's given you everything else. He's given his body. He's given you everything that he's had these past God knows how many years he's been in the WWE, putting up with all their bull crap. So Punk doesn't owe us anything. If anything, I'm saying that I hope that maybe he will go to Ring of Honor. Maybe he will dominate there. I'm sad to see him go because, in my opinion, he's one of the last, you know, real wrestlers, apart from a few in the mid-card, that the WWE just won't push. So, if you're a fan of wrestling and I want to hear your guys' reactions to CM Punk leaving, just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Obviously, you now know what I think. So, will the WWE ever get back to what it was? I don't know. As long as, you know, Stephanie and Triple H are in charge, I highly doubt it, just because of the crap they've been putting out for the past, you know, what, like 6-7 months now? Because they know what's best for business. So, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm Joker777, and I'll see you guys later.